routine tonight with Sadie and Ava's puppies. I'm just getting out some of their toys so we can have a good training session and a playtime. Right, Mr. Brown? Hello. I know, I see you guys.
Well, hey, buddy.
Who's that, babe? Which one?
This is Black Collar.
Oh,
Someone's jumping on the
Mr.
camera.
Black. All right, come on, let's get you some entertainment, guys. That way you can have some fun. And turn my phone on silent. Beep, there we go.
So William's asking, how big will these puppies become? So do you want to tell everybody who these puppies are?
Yeah, that's a good point. So they look like they're all brothers and sisters, but they actually are not. So some of them are Ava's puppies, and they are minis. They're going to be 15 to 25 pounds. And they are 7.5 weeks old, so they are almost going home. And then the other litter, they're the exact same color, but those are Sadie's puppies, and they are going to be kind of like that in-between mini and medium. They're going to be 25 to 35 pounds. So I think maybe some of the girls will stay under 30, but a lot of them will go over 30. So we're calling them mediums. Oh, I was going to get toys out. Come on. So we're working on getting their blankets and their Snuggle puppies ready, and we send these home with them so they can get their scent all over it. And it's helpful for crate training overnight and just helping them relax when they get home. So in a minute, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna be rubbing it all over them and getting it ready for them when they're heading home.
It's funny, they're all kind of growling like they're ready for you to give them their toys.
Yeah, I think they know that they know what's coming in the basket. Plus, we got some new toys. We had such a fun thing. Last time, we had a donation, right?
Yeah.
So we had a donation, so I went to Target and got some things. I got to open them out of their package. I just got them. And I got a really fun one that moves around. So we're going to see how they like it.
That's fun. Yeah, I don't even think I even saw what toys you got besides one.
Yes, I saw the one. So look, it's actually a cat toy, but I thought it would be really fun. It moves around.
I
so
really
we're gonna
want
see
to
what
know
they do.
How they're gonna react.
Are you ready?
To that. Yeah. Got lots of tail wags.
That's awesome.
Hey,
I don't think they're gonna have any difficulty turning it on. We'll see.
Will you put your natives on so that way they don't go after your shoelaces? Oh. Okay.
We're in the process of reordering.
Well, then I'd just take your shoes off. The shoelaces they're gonna go after your shoelaces. You can just keep your socks on.
Your socks?
Well, they certainly
Ooh, look!
think they like the toy.
That's Bonnie, Miss Teal. Oh, and I think that's Han. I think it's Tan.
So when they move it, does it move itself?
So there's a sensor in there that hits it, and when the sensor gets hit, it flops.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. But they like it, and it's rechargeable.
That's super cool.
But look, they made it do it again. This is gonna be a win. I might have to go back and get more of them. All right, so we got some other fun toys. The corn one was cute. It was on clearance. So super, I don't know, super good win for Target. It said it was on clearance for $8, but it actually was not. It was on sale for like $2. Yeah, they can pull it. It's got a nice little sensory, and it's got a squeaker. So we have a lot of sensory things that go on in this one. So some crinkle, some squeak. We got a lot of fun things.
And it says heading to Target. Love it.
It does specifically say that the fish toy is not for is not for dogs, but I think it's because they don't want it to be unsupervised, and they could probably easily get into it if it was like a grown toy. Like I would never let Honey have it because it would just be too easy for her to break open.
Oh, and then she could chew the mechanics of it. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, hey, buddy.
Ooh, we like a squeaker.
Oh, look. Got a squeaker.
There we go. Disney what? Oh yeah, those are cute. So anybody's wondering, this is Abigail. She's our oldest daughter. She wanted to participate in the live tonight, and we said absolutely. Ooh, this is a good one too. So this is another great sensory toy that we got. It's got a lot of crinkle in it. Yeah. There you go, Mr. Brown. That's awesome. And then, last but not least, got some tiny balls that they can play with while Honey is not out here.
Oh yeah, because they could totally be choke hazards.
Yes. But the little ones like them.
Mommy, they got the fish to work.
They did?
You have to
They
make
got
sure you
turned on.
keep a count of the balls. So
There's
you can-
5 of them.
Oh, nice.
Hey, off my...
Good idea, babe. Yep. And I got some gloves because mine had a hole in them. Gloves.
LM, so good to have you on here. It says, join from East Tennessee. Happy to join our first live
Oh, that's
with
fun.
you all. Are you all getting storms tonight too? You know, I don't know. We've been
think so.
definitely getting some recently, but I'll have to check the radar. I don't know if any is coming this way. And then Kevin says, do you keep the potty trays on hand for purchase when we pick up our puppy, or will we need to order them and ship to our home? I would go ahead, Kevin, and have one shipped to your home. That way you don't have to worry about making sure you get it. We do keep some of our ones that are open boxes on hand that we can certainly provide to you. They're the ones that have gotten returned. We just check them, make sure that they're clean, and then we sell them as seconds. But our warehouse is where all of our new stuff comes. And then if you use promo code Doodles of NC, it covers the cost of the shipping. So I definitely recommend just buying it straight from our website. William says, love your puppies. Are they all accounted for? They are.
These guys are all accounted
Yeah.
for. Yeah. What about again? No, I don't think we have another mic.
And did you say, hey, what the adult weight for these guys are
I
going to be?
did, but I can
Okay.
do it again. So it's Ava's puppies, and they're mostly the curly ones. There are some of them that are Ava's that aren't curly. I think like one. And there's some of Sadie's that are curly. But they are going to be that 15 to 25 pound range, and they are F1BBs. And then we have Sadie's puppies who are F1Bs, and they're in that kind of like mini medium category. We're calling them mediums because we want everybody to make sure that they're okay with with a bigger dog if it goes over 30 pounds. But I think that they can be I'm predicting they're going to be 25 to 35 pounds. A schmedium, Abigail says. I like it.
It's so fun seeing them run around with the balls.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect size for them. Yes, we are talking about you. So Ashley and all of our puppies, whether they're medium or minis, are 3,600. And then to be on our list, we ask that you put a deposit down for 400.
Good job. Okay, Bonnie really loves the fish. I'm gonna have to tell her family all about the fish because she can play with it for a little while, and then as she gets older, she probably wouldn't be able to play with it.
Oh, you are so close to the tray.
Good try, mister. So close. I am glad the new toys are a hit. I think they like them all.
Mom, the fish is like the monkey when we had.
Yeah. No, the monkey's not dead. It just doesn't, they have a hard time hitting that button.
It's more like a chicken slipper.
Yes, it is. All right,
Yeah,
baby.
and
So
then-
we are going to start working on the coolaroo first, making sure they can climb up and down without falling off, and then we're going to transition to the stairs. So that is the last part of training for this 6 to 8 week mark is us doing stairs and doing manding, what we call manding, and that's being patient to get petted. But a lot of times we focus on that when we're getting them out. But see, that puppy's actually doing a really good job for you.
Sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's sitting and waiting for you to pet him. So is Mr. Black.
Good
Well, he was
job.
right in front of you. So
Very
that is
good.
an awesome job of them not jumping up and demanding attention.
Right.
Come on. Yay, very good.
Miss Jo, you can't cheat the system and climb onto me.
They want you
have to
instead.
Come down here and get.
That's right. Come on.
Here.
Mary couldn't agree
Yes.
more. She says, your daughter has grown to a very pretty young lady.
Aw, I agree. We are super blessed.
Ashlyn, so what shipping companies do you use? I guess for Little Wolves is maybe what you're asking. We use FedEx. We are
Yes.
changing to a new fulfillment center that's going to be using UPS,
Come on.
hopefully to get us more, one, better
Yes,
rates that
good.
we can then pass on to our customers. But then two, we just found that UPS is a little bit more reliable than FedEx. Some of you guys might know early on, we were
Come on.
using USPS, and that was
challenging.
really tough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had to like reship things.
I think we might have to get another fish, babe.
So Rudy Roots, that is such an interesting question. She said, "Good evening. This is my first time on the live chat. Do you recommend putting a chip in a dog?" So
Yeah. So why don't you take over?
we've actually been exploring different things, and you guys might be familiar with a company called Fi, and they make GPS dog collars. It's kind of like a Fitbit for humans, but it's like a Fitbit plus a GPS for dogs. And they've done really well. They've been in business for quite a number of years, and we've been kind of following along with them, and they reached out to us as their CEO has a big initiative for just making sure that pets are able to be found. And so they developed their own chip, which does not have an annual fee and is able to be updated on the internet. I don't know if many people on here tonight, but we found that once you chip a dog, it's really hard to change the information on it. And they have come up with a system that is able to just change it online. And so they sent us a box of these Fi chips. And so they're giving them for free to breeders, vet practices, and shelters. So that way dogs can be chipped and it's not an expense. And so we're actually going to start chipping our dogs. And then that way when they go home, they'll be able to scan a QR code and then they can update that contact information. But then we as the breeders stay on as a secondary. And so if our dogs ever end up in a shelter and they don't get claimed, then we can then be notified. And so we're really excited for that. Not to say that we're excited that they would ever be in a situation like that, but it would be good to know that our dogs are being cared for.
Absolutely.
So
I mean,
hopefully that
people-
answers your question.
Some people will ask that question specifically, like people who might not agree with us breeding. And so they'll say like, how do you know if your dogs end up in a shelter? How would you prevent that? And so this is an easy way for us to be like, this is how we can. Like, this is how we can make sure that anytime that something were to happen or if a dog got lost, we would be that secondary contact. So that way we can make sure that all of our dogs are continuing to be in loving homes.
Yeah. Ashlyn, that is too funny.
Oop,
No,
come on,
we are
Miss
talking about the potty trays. These trays right here. We do
Does she
not
think our
ship.
dogs?
We do
No.
not ship dogs FedEx.
No.
No. So all of
That
our
would be
puppies,
terrible.
we deliver our dogs with commercial airlines, and so either myself or Logan delivers, and so we have a carry-on bag that we transport our puppies in, and then they fly on the plane with us,
don't you?
and then we deliver anywhere, and so then we meet them in the airport. So hopefully that answers your question. But no, we don't use FedEx to ship our dogs. That'd be really.
Yay!
Hey, good job.
puppy!
Oh, that's so cute. I'm telling you,
Such
man,
a win.
that's a really good one.
I'm gonna go get another one
So
for sure.
Anna, the name of the company is Fi. F is in Frank, I is in Igloo, and you can look up Nano, N-A-N-O chip.
Then you can put them in sit. Look.
Oh, William, so glad that William said, just for the record, we just bought 2 trays. We had no issues getting them.
Oh,
They're
good.
the best.
I don't think they're interested in pet you.
Right? No, probably not.
Sit. Why won't you sit, buddy? Sit.
There you go.
There you go.
Sometimes they just need a little more encouragement.
Yeah.
Plus, if you have more than one, it is challenging. Believe me, I know. There you go. Uh-oh. You got a little cough?
Hey, mister. Wait, which one was coughing?
This one. Miss Green. Okay, I think everybody is doing the coolaroo very easily. So warm-up is done. So now we can scoot on over to the stairs.
We can use my method where you put the bed onto the stairs.
Yeah, you can do that if you want to. You want to use that one? Because that one's clean. Oh, I think there's another clean one in there. Yeah. It's just getting ready for Ruby's litter because they're gonna move out here soon.
So for the folks that aren't familiar with what you guys are doing,
Sorry. So me and Abigail are in the zone with each other. So Abigail wants to work on the stairs next, which is what we're doing. We're gonna be doing that training tonight. But she wants them to practice first instead of going from the stairs to nothing. She wants them to practice stairs to the bed first. She wants to make sure that they can do it well.
So an easier transition. That's a
Yes,
neat idea,
basically level.
I mean,
So I'll hand them to you and you do it.
onto the bed. I mean,
Look, now they can do this one to this one.
yeah, good. Go, go, go.
Come on. Yes, good job. I need a toy. Hold on.
Go. Good job.
Get me.
They're doing good.
There you go. I think they're really big, Abigail. I don't really think they need you.
When they were the tiny ones, like this one.
Yes, when we had the really, really, really tiny ones, it was an excellent plan. So we can look, they're climbing over it to come to you.
It's a big now.
All right, let's scoot that out of the way.
They can still play with it.
Yes, they can play with the bed. All right. Come on. There you go, squeaker. These guys like crinkles and squeakers. Yes, good job, Leo. Very good. That's Bonnie. Scoot up one more, and they'll come up to you. Yes, go, 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 guys.
So Rochelle, yep, we've had some of these puppies, not these guys, but puppies in the past turn out to be therapy dogs.
Yes, good. Mr. Yellow, who just went home from, I forget what litter now, but he's going to be a therapy dog for them.
Oh, wonderful.
I
Do you know
actually
in what capacity?
I actually think he's going to be a medical dog. Like he's
Oh,
going to,
wow.
she had a medical condition that she was going to train him for. All right, put you up there. So working on the stairs is really important at this stage to make sure that they just kind of learn to overcome fear and trust me. And so they do a great job of working on that. And you can tell these guys have been working on it for the last week and a half. So they're quite talented. And Sadie's puppies just got an advantage because they kind of started doing things early because they are with Ava's puppies. And so they all were working together. Very good. Not dirty.
Hey, Paige. So I think you're talking about
Nice.
the gray pads that we use on the bottom of our sleeping areas, and they're called Easy Whelp.
Oh, these?
Yep, they're gray pads.
Good job, puppy.
Just confirm that that is what the information you're talking about, and these are the gray pads that you see along the bottom of there.
Puppies.
But thanks so much for being
Come
on
here.
here. Marty says, love the
Yes.
puppies. I'm waiting. I'm on the waiting list. Do we get notified as soon as the appropriate litter is born?
About 2 to 3 days after they're born, we make sure that they are healthy and gaining weight, and then we reach out to families.
Yes.
But you will see on our private Facebook page when the litters are born. We update people, like we do what we call a sneak peek, and sometimes I'll even put a little video on of the puppies before they even have collars on. So, okay.
Okay, Miri says we've had 23 years with Goldens. Nowadays, we have two poodle types. Being older, we went smaller. Cavapoo, cockapoo. Major difference
Yeah.
is barking. OMG.
Oh no.
It said, Valerie says, evening, when will Ruby's puppies be in the nursery?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited. Look at them. You love that little the crinkle toy, babe.
Yeah.
So puppies love sounds, and if you can find out what your puppy's favorite sound is, it makes it really good for being able to get those type of toys to deter teething. And so we always try to use squeakers and crinkle. I mean, all different types of squeakers, like pitch-wise. So that way we can find the best thing for them. And every litter, you'll kind of hear me talk about like, oh, they like to come to me or they like to come to this. These litters like to come to squeakers and crinkles. They love me too, but if I just do my hand down here, that's not enough. But if I get a toy, that's what gets them going. I think we just had an accident. Yeah, those are a smidgen big, but that's okay, but it'll work.
So did everybody do the stairs?
Yes, everybody that came to me, I gotta find my adventuresome ones.
Oh, okay.
Brown did it, pink did it.
Black and blue.
Come here, mister. I don't think yellow did it.
Yellow was nervous going on the floor.
Well, perfect, we'll work on this. And Miss Green.
I think I did green. I don't remember.
And then we mentioned it in our family closed group, but if you guys are on the live stream and one of these guys is your puppy, put in the comments down below. We'd love to give you a close-up one-on-one with your puppy that you're about to take home.
I didn't know those balls squeaked. That's awesome. Come on, Miss Yellow.
They're hard to squeak. They're like a workout.
Come on. Yes, good job.
That puppy's trying to get the ball.
That's Molly.
Molly likes the ball. Molly's red color when I throw the pink color when I throw the red ball.
Come on.
Loudon has a cousin named
So if they can't go down the stairs by themselves, we can stretch out their paws and make sure that they, woo, good job. Almost did a handstand. We could kind of stretch their paws out to help them out and then kind of just slowly help them go down. Nice. Good job. And then we pick them up, put them back up. Repetition's key. Come here, Tan. I don't think you were over there. Tan is Han. That's his name.
Nice.
Star Wars fans.
And then the family for Mr. Brown's on.
Oh, good.
So when you see noodles, will you? We can do a close up.
Cute.
Which one
Yes.
is
Good
What
job.
color is it? Brown?
He's the one with white on him.
Red base?
He might be right there, sweetheart. Yep, on his face.
Oh,
There he is. Playing with the fish.
he likes the fish too.
Yep, you want to grab him, Abigail?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, buddy. There's Noodles.
You can do it.
Your family's watching you. Say I'm having fun playing with the fish. Good to see you. Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Come on, Tan. Yes, Miss Yellow, you can do it. Yes, good girl. Yes, good job, Mr. Tan.
So Ashlyn, we don't let them play outside until they have all their shots. So these guys will get their second round of DHPP at what week?
Between 10 and 12 weeks old is when they go for the next round.
So that's when we recommend, and that way we know that they're protected from, parvo and just some of these really, these parasites that can really take them out.
Good job,
And so
Molly.
we've had some instances in the past of coccidia coming in, and so we decided to not let them play, because what was happening is the older puppies that had their first rounds would go out and play, but then we would have new puppies coming in right behind them, and it's really hard to kill those parasites. Even bleach doesn't even kill it. And so then they were tracking it in on their paws, and then it was giving it to the younger puppies that hadn't been vaccinated at all. And so we just keep them inside the garage the entire 8 weeks.
And so just to clarify, we don't recommend that they don't go outside at all when they go home. They can go in their own backyard, but we don't recommend that they go into like public parks, like dog parks, or like dog stores, like PetSmart or stuff like that, until after their next round of shots.
Oh,
but
thanks for
just
clarifying
going
that.
outside in their own backyard is not a problem.
That's great.
These
Paige
guys
is
are
saying,
already
is it
wearing
hard to
down.
move? Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, these guys are already wearing down.
Yeah. Is it hard to move the puppies from the potty trays to outdoors as they get older? Those potty trays are a fabulous idea. Well, thanks so much for saying that, Paige. Do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, we actually do have some people that use the potty tray on a back deck, or some of my like Midwestern people that have a lot of snow will make an area in their yard and they'll use it there. I actually had somebody just recently tell me that they put their potty tray in the section of mulch that they wanted their puppy to use.
That's genius.
And so like, then they would just go to that one spot. They haven't progressed past using the potty tray yet, but her goal is to use it and then remove it and then just keep having the puppy go in that one spot.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways that you can use it.
That's great. And then we have found, I was kind of reading through comments as you started, but we've had families have really good success with doing both.
Yeah.
So that they didn't have any, it didn't stop them from wanting to use the potty outside, but it did give them the option if they're like in a playpen or something like that and they needed to go potty, that it was a good solution while they're in that one space.
Yeah, I found it really helpful to use in our puppy playpen with Honey, just as like a just in case kind of arena. So it was the summertime when we brought Honey inside. Sometimes we'd be going to the pool. And so when like maybe I was coming home and I thought 2 hours was enough time for me to get back for her, and she had gone on the potty tray, that meant that we saved her from having an accident in her puppy playpen to going on an appropriate area on the potty tray. And then she just outgrew it. And when she was 4 months old, she stopped using the potty tray. And then just kind of her bladder got bigger and she didn't have to worry about it anymore. So she just kind of outgrew it.
So we're looking for Miss Angel, which is Miss Yellow.
Aha!
So Robin, thanks so much for being on the live stream. Let's see if we can find Miss Yellow.
Let's see.
Mom, this is good for the backup.
Here you go. Abigail, you want to take that one?
Yes.
So me and
here's
her are going to
Angel.
be traveling to Tennessee on Friday.
Oh, super cute. You ready to go on a car ride, bud?
I'll be with
Meet your
you
family?
all the time.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Give me
Remember
Missy.
when we stopped at that one gas station that had like all these like cool artifact things in it?
Come in. So the things that we love about the Snuggle puppies and the blankets, not only do they help with crate training overnight because of the scent that they get on there, but inside the Snuggle puppy, in this little kind of Velcro, little belly button here, they're able to have a heartbeat and a heating element. So that heartbeat really helps. It makes it feel like it is another puppy in there with them. And so it just gives them some calmness, some reassurance that somebody else is with them, even though there isn't another puppy with them.
Mom, you show them the tiny one that the family's sitting in?
No, you want to grab it? It's right there. So the Snuggle puppies do come in 2 sizes. Fun fact, look at the tiny one. So one family thought that they needed to bring us a Snuggle puppy. So when we did puppy picking with these guys, they brought it. And they're going to do 2 crates, so I told them just to leave it. We would have the puppies play with it, and we'd get their scent all over it, and they could use it in their upstairs, and then they could have the other one for their downstairs crate.
That's fun.
Imagine if the puppy picks a favorite puppy. Like it only likes one of them out of the 2.
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, if they have a preference of the big snuggle puppy or the little snuggle puppy,
Yeah.
that could be interesting. Whenever I bring out these snuggle puppies, Honey thinks that she needs a new snuggle puppy.
Yeah. 'Cause
So she
has
gets
one
all
that-
excited.
She gets one that inside it's her baby. And she
Honey
knows
does
they
call
don't
the snuggle
like
puppy her baby. Well, we call it her baby, and she recognizes that. She goes and gets it. But her snuggle puppy is missing ears and a tail.
She chews them off.
She does chew them off. But I didn't give her one this time. Her other baby is still in good enough condition.
One of the other mama dogs chewed up and she got one looking for it.
Good job. Annie likes snuggle puppies. One of our other mom dogs. She likes to tear them up though. What are you doing, Mr. Brown?
Ashlyn, how long do you let them play
Yes.
until they go to bed? So typically, these guys will tucker out probably between 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll start to see them kind of slowing down, and then you'll find that you'll see them start to kind of escape to little maybe darker places. They like to go like underneath the little cabinet area or
Right over
underneath
here.
the cooleroo. And so you'll start to see them kind of wear out. But typically all the way up until an hour is what it takes for them to get ready to go to bed. Abby saying, hello, I was wondering where you get the whelping boxes. Thanks so much. So the whelping boxes came from years and years and years ago, but a place called Costco,
Yeah.
which is like a BJ's,
Yeah.
what's another?
Sam's
Club. And they're actually raised gardening beds. And so we just took that, we like the height of them, and we like that we could customize the sizing. And so they're actually just raised garden beds. So, but thank you so much for being on the live stream tonight. Miri says, I like your potty trays. My poos don't like going outside when it's raining. Do you think a 6-year-old dog could learn to use it? Yes, I do think they can learn to use it. I would recommend, in addition to that, the Out brand OUT has a pheromone spray
Good job, Bonnie.
that you can spray on it. And that is an attractant for them to go on there. As you notice, like when you take your dogs for a walk and things like that, and they could smell other dogs' urine and like to pee on top of it, it's kind of the same concept that you can attract them to that designated space.
Come on, Miss Yellow.
And then if anybody has like made a message and I have not answered it, just feel free to put it at the bottom. I'm trying to go through all of them as we go through tonight.
Good
Kona
girl.
from Bella Grace's November 2023 litter says hi. Doing
Aw.
awesome. John, so good to have you on here.
That's sweet. I hope that their puppy's doing well.
Yeah.
You remember Bella Grace?
I don't.
She was what we called our Velcro dog. Like she
What's
just
that?
loved Bella Grace. We always called her the Velcro dog because
Yeah.
she would give birth right on me if I let her.
Yep.
So
Well, John Clayton says hello.
I like younger. Why is that like 6?
she just retired last year, last year.
Aaron, did you hear me?
No.
I said John Clayton says hello.
Oh, hi John. Come on, Miss Yellow, Miss Angel, come
I
on.
think I might need a picture. I better.
I'm sure you would remember her.
Stitch Girl says, are they always energetic overall, or is it a puppy phase?
That's a great question. I think that golden doodles in general slow down quicker than like a labradoodle, but they definitely have enough energy. But the great thing about golden doodles is that they can self-entertain just as well as they want to be with you. They're really good at doing their own thing and relaxing. So that is one of my favorite features about them. Well, yeah, because Bella's about to be 14 years old. Abigail said, Bella's slower. And I said, yeah, but that's because she's geriatric. She's about to be 14 years old. Puppies.
Oh, Mary, that's such a good information to share. She said we brought our puppy home with a snuggle puppy, and he removed the heart the second night home. My goodness.
No.
He's 9 months old today and loves it, but the heart is not in it.
Yeah.
That's great.
I would take it out too if my puppy learned how to remove it.
Yeah, right. But oh my goodness.
But that's a very smart puppy.
Yeah, to be able to open up that Velcro, it's incredible.
Take some dedication.
I was curious, do you mind sharing why you're not listed with Ghana, which is the Goldendoodle National Association of North America? I know some breeders go different routes, and I'd love to understand your perspective. Sabrina, that's such a great question.
Yeah.
So,
You want to take it?
I can take it from the Little Wolf side, but go ahead, you answer the Ghana side.
Okay. So Ghana was not even around when we started breeding. So we've been breeding for almost 12 years, going on 13. And we found just the best resources that we could. We found a reproductive vet that was amazing. And I found a mentor that had been breeding for a decade also.
I know we had NC State as well, that's nearby.
And we have a great veterinarian school that is nearby too, to answer questions and take dogs to and stuff like that. And so Ghana wasn't around, so we just learned all that we could from all these different resources. And our reproductive vet was amazing. He taught us so much about every single genetic component, the physical components of dogs, their fur, their traits, everything that we could think of. We learned from him and from our breeder mentor. And so by the time that when Ghana was created, we just didn't need the references. A lot of people will use it for that mentorship, but we didn't really need the mentorship at that time.
Yeah, it gives breeders credibility.
Yeah.
That might not have a lot of a good track record of breeding in general. And so they can go through and kind of duplicate and associate with Ghana, follow all their guidelines, and then be listed on the website and then get referrals for being an ethical breeder.
Yeah. And so we felt like we had enough of a referral system, and we felt really that our testing is the same level of quality as testing that they do. But you also have to pay to be a member. And so it just didn't make sense for us to join it. So, but I love the fact that they're growing. I think that it's amazing, and it's great for new breeders that want a mentor. I think that that's a wonderful place for them to start.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, with our Little Wolves potty trays, is that we have a great relationship with Ghana in that light, and so we give discounts to breeders that are associated with Ghana to help with best practices and things like that. And so we help them with their annual conferences and do fun raffles and things like that with our potty trays, and then we also give Ghana members discounts to our products. So we love the concept of Ghana. We were just a little ahead before they came out. But great question. We don't get that one very often.
I mean, I get it.
Oh, you do?
I get it pretty often.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's people that definitely do their research when it comes to golden doodles, and they want to know why that we're not. But every time I explain it, they're like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And they are content with the answer. We're about to also make, aren't we going to create a relationship with the Labradoodle Association?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
And then what is it? The WALA?
Yeah.
W-A-L-A?
It's the World Association of Labradors something. I'd have to look at my email.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on that.
That's exciting because that's a huge organization.
That is. Yeah.
They started early.
Yeah.
So.
It's been really neat.
Yay! Good job, Bonnie. I think that's Bonnie.
Was it Bonnie or was it Leo? Come here.
Okay, so Sarah's saying,
It was Bonnie.
And then Rudy, we'll get to your question next. But Sarah's asking, hey, Aaron, JP, we are Mr. Blue, Leo's family. Love to see him close up.
I'll find him. Is it? Yep, that's him. Yes. Good job, Leo.
Thanks for your help tonight, Abigail. Hey, buddy, your family, Leo, your family's online. Can you say hi to your family? You are so cute. Thanks, buddy. So we actually have two back-to-back of the same questions. What age do you neuter or spay a dog?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say most veterinarians, number one, talk to your veterinarian, because I think there is so much information out there. Different research and different studies are coming out that it's best that you talk to your breeder, your veterinarian, and find out what they think is best for you. And it's different for different breeds. So our vet, Dr. Mathley, would recommend anywhere between 6 and 8 months. So she thinks that, or she believes in the probably more traditional
Good sit.
recommendation that you don't want them to go through a heat cycle as a female before they get spayed. But there are some people that are saying that it's a good thing to let them go through a heat cycle before they get spayed. So I think that you just need to talk to your vet about it. But the most important thing that if anybody does want to do that is that they can get pregnant on their first heat cycle. Just because they're young does not mean that they can't get pregnant. Does that answer that question?
Yeah, I thought it was
Okay.
great. Yeah. I think the first thing you said was, make sure you follow your veterinarian's advice. There is definitely mixed views for when to neuter and when to spay. So.
And a lot of times if people like the size of their dog, then usually that's their cue of like, okay, we can go ahead and do that. Because once those hormones stop, it just it does stunt their growth a little more. Like it stops some of their growing.
Yeah, we found that a lot in males.
Mm-hmm. The testosterone.
Yeah, correct.
Babies, are you getting tired?
They are certainly slowing down. Where's the fish?
Right here.
I see it flopping
It's
now.
finally flopping and nobody's doing. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, get it. That is so funny.
Yeah, that was a win.
It was like $9 at Target. It's so cool.
We might have to get a couple more just to have in storage.
And the good thing is that the inside part that's rechargeable, you can take that out. So if they get it dirty or messy or somebody accidentally drags it through something, I can take that out and wash it.
Good sit. Good sit. That's a very good sit.
All right, I'm gonna do their area real quick.
How is their potty training in their sleeping space going?
It is going really well. So you can come take a look. So this is a full day from, what time did you guys do the garage?
8:30?
No, 9.
It was 9?
I woke up at 8:30.
Oh, that's right. We let them out to play at 8:30.
Yeah.
And then we did their area. Yep.
So this is 9:30. So we have no poop accidents, maybe a pee every now and then, but that's pretty impressive.
Mommy, do you have my
Yeah, it looks really good. It's interesting that this is a good example of them starting to go transition from 2 to 1. So you can see that they're starting to go just in this one corner.
Yeah.
And this one is starting to get less and less used.
That's
so
true.
For the folks that aren't familiar with our setups, is we actually start with 4 trays. So they'll sleep here, and then they eat and drink here. And then they just immediately they'll wake up and they'll go straight to the potty tray because we just surround the area. And then we keep these small little pads to keep the area clean. And so we want to make sure anything that can draw them draws for pee and poop, draws them to the potty trays. And as they are successful, they start to use the ones close to their sleep space because they want to keep their den clean. They'll go and transition to these. So, yeah. And then here's the setup for Ruby's puppies tomorrow. And so you can see that it goes to 4 trays, and then we keep these areas covered. And so if they have accidents, we can just quickly remove them. And so it keeps these areas clean, and they gravitate to using these to potty. But that's the setup.
Here you go, bud. Let me clean that fence part real quick. Can I have the spray? Thanks, bud. Yeah.
Oh, so good to hear that, Debbie. Said my vet agrees with you, 6 to 8 months. My female Goldendoodle will be 7 months when spayed.
Oh, nice.
I have no idea it stopped growth, though. Yeah, it certainly can.
I still swear honey grows.
Yeah, I do think honey has grown.
Oh, excellent. Rochelle, so glad to have you on here tonight. Abby's saying, what is the size of your whelping pen? So,
Ooh. The gray mat is 72 by 60.
yep, so 72 inches. So 72 by 60. And you can see that we just did it to the size of the gray whelping pad, which is the biggest that Easy Whelp does. And so it was like the perfect size with a little bit of hangover. Because what will happen is when you wash and dry these, is that they start to shrink a little bit. So that was the perfect size for us.
Yeah, I have had to get new ones before. Come here, mister. Uh-huh.
Abigail, thanks for your help tonight.
I know, she volunteered. She wanted to do it.
So Stitch Girl, we use a brand called From, F-R-O-M-M, and it's a family-owned small batch dog food brand. And what we really like about it is that, one, that it's small batch. Two, they source all their ingredients within North America. And what's really fun about From is that what we found with Goldendoodles is they tend to be a little bit of picky eaters. And you can exchange any flavor of the From variety without upsetting their puppies' or dogs' stomachs. And so, like, for example, inside, our moms do the puppy food, but outside of their puppy areas, we'll do fish because our Bella, who's 14, is allergic to chicken. And the puppy formula is based on chicken. And so we'll do fish, but the moms that are in their areas come out and hang out with us and have fun. They'll gravitate and they want some of the fish, and so it doesn't upset their stomach, which is really neat. But we've really enjoyed the quality of food, and the price point's really good for a high quality food. We used to use a brand called Acana, which we felt like was amazing, but the price point was really high. It was about $130.
Origin.
Then
we went to Acana.
Thank you. Origin was about $130 a bag.
Yep.
And so it just wasn't sustainable for a lot of our families. And we really wanted to pick a dog food brand that we vetted, that we felt good about sharing. And so From was that brand. Hopefully that helps. If I was to use a cleaner, which one would I use? Stitch, you're just asking so many great questions tonight. So we use two different ones. We like Method a lot, which you can get at
That's what we do.
Target
Method.
and Amazon is Method.
They're different colors, different scents. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's purple.
METHOD Method, we like a lot. But yeah, you guys are truly getting a behind the scenes look of this is what our evening routine looks like every night.
You want to tell them why you did the garage this morning?
Oh, yes. So typically Erin loves to do the puppies out here and be able to see them develop and kind of look for areas that they need to work on training, who's potty training well, who needs some help. But Erin delivered puppies last night. You started at what time? 12 midnight and went to bed this morning at
5:30.
5:30. And so we let Erin sleep in, and so us and the girls hung out with the puppies and did the morning routine.
So nice.
To let Erin. Yeah, and we got donuts as a reward. Who doesn't like working for donuts?
I think I should put that into my contract.
What's that? You need to work for donuts?
I need to work for donuts.
Miss Debbie says, Abigail, I love that your daughter helps to do chores as well as play and train them. So compliments to you for helping us. And then I saw Aubrey on here for just a split second. She likes to jump on and help write comments on the live streams. But I saw her on here saying hello to everybody.
That's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, we're really blessed to have great kids that love to help us and understand that it takes hard work.
All right, babies.
So as we kind of wrap up, feel free to jump in and throw in any comments if you'd like to see your puppy for those that just joined us late. Or you have any questions about Goldendoodles, or questions about how we breed, or like some of the questions that people asked, why we chose certain things. We'd love to help you all, and really grateful for you guys to be on the live stream tonight.
Ooh, I got to sweep now. I didn't realize how much kibble I brought over.
Oh.
You guys want some water?
So Aaron, will you take on this question? It says, what have you found to be the best toys that for your guys' opinions, besides the fish, this clearance item at Target that is a cat toy that literally flops like a fish, just really keeps them really busy.
They really love it.
So besides, we talked about a Snuggle puppy. We think that is a great one.
I
we
forgot
talked about
to get this
blanket.
out.
But what other toys do you think?
Yeah, baby toy. Like one baby toy that we like is like a ring station. They love to make this jingle. I forgot to get it out. That's a huge plus.
Okay.
And then anything with long arms, like the octopuses they like.
So they like crinkle toys.
They do like crinkle toys,
crinkle
but
sound.
anything that they can drag together. Like they like to work on things.
Okay.
They do like to drag that too. Mm-hmm. Those are the best ones that I have found. And flat things they like a lot. So they like the monkey because they can chew on that and then make it squeak. At this age, they can't really make a whole lot of things squeak, but squeakers are still helpful because I use it for training. But they can make things crinkle. So they like that. They like that a lot.
Yeah, there's toys that we've seen that you slip like an empty water bottle in.
Oh yeah.
Those are that's a fun crinkle toy because it gives them that that satisfaction of making a sound when they do something. So that's really cool.
Yeah, when they get older.
Yep.
But see, look at her. She's just making it. She just went back and forth twice.
Yeah. It's fun. And then for someone that asked about what color these are red Goldendoodles. And so you have apricot, and so we try and follow the color line of a golden retriever. And so we don't introduce any new colors through the poodle line. We just try and follow what we would see correlate within a golden retriever.
Yeah, that's what we like. We like to stick to the basics, right?
Yes, Bella's an apricot.
Kelly, that's a really great question. Kelly says, what is the reason that you wean off moms around 4 weeks and move to goat's milk? Does it have more nutritional value?
It does not have more nutritional value, but what we have found is that at that time of 4 weeks, moms are ready to be done because they get teeth and they have just their nails can get really sharp. And so as they get older, they start pushing on the mom's milk, like pushing on the breast tissue for it to get out faster. And so you'll see it as little babies, they'll even push on it to make the milk come out faster, but which is fine as like a 1 pound puppy. But imagine 8 of them and they're like 4 to 5 pounds. It's a lot for the mom to do. So they just prefer not to do it anymore.
Yeah. Someone's getting their last little bit of energy out wrestling.
Second wind.
Mira says, when I
Mr.
first
Red?
started watching you, your cleanliness was impressive. You managed so many poopers so well. You're kind to say that. Ruby says, looking forward to seeing Willow's puppies in the room in the few weeks. Yeah, that's going to be great.
Plus, I'll be doing Willow's puppy update tomorrow. I know I missed her today. I did everybody else's on our Facebook site, but Willow's. But I will do it tomorrow, I promise.
Nice. Ellen says, you are my therapy.
Aw.
Best tips and advice for us puppy owners. Thanks for being so great. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we're really grateful for you all. It's so much fun just being able to jump on a live stream, let you guys just kind of experience what it's like in our lives in the evening routine side, and then be able to ask questions, because there's puppy ownership isn't easy. And so we're
No.
trying to get any help that we can out to fellow families, part of our program, but also future puppy owners that might even not even get a dog from us, but we feel like it's good advice. So thank you guys for being on. When you bring your puppy home, should you crate train, or is it okay to use a small area puppy playpen instead?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think a combination would probably be the best, because when that puppy will outgrow the puppy playpen, and then if you still don't feel like they're ready to be by themselves in your house, which they probably will not be until about 1 to 2 years old, you're going to want that puppy to have a place to go. So sometimes people, if they don't want to crate train formally, like right off the bat, they'll put their crate in the puppy playpen and leave the door open, so that way they get a little bit of both. They can understand, and the puppy can go in there and relax and stuff like that, so they're still getting exposure to it. So it's a good kind of win-win.
Yeah, I agree. For Honey, who's our 2-year-old Goldendoodle, we did crate training and we did the puppy playpen.
Yeah,
And
we just did the crate at night and
Yeah.
the puppy playpen during the day.
That's exactly right. And so it was a huge success. But like Aaron said, she grew out of the playpen, but you'll find her throughout the day. We just leave the door open to our crate. And when she just wants to kind of just have her alone time, we'll find her kind of just laying in the crate with the door open. But that's like kind of like her safe, quiet space. So we don't use the crate as punishment. It's always like a reward. We always give treats inside the crate. And so we try and make it a fun experience versus like a punishment when we think about that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And a lot of people think that crating is like a negative thing, but our dogs have always really liked going in the crate because we make it a positive experience. So I definitely recommend getting some kind of treat or something like a special bone that only is in the crate. That's a win. And then there's also these other things that you can put on the sides of crates that are like almost kind of like frozen popsicles and stuff like that. Like they can
lick sticks.
Yeah, they can do it to the side of the crate, and some people find really good success with that too.
Yeah.
Baxter and Bella has a lot of tips when it comes to crating too, if you want to tell them about Baxter and Bella.
Yeah, Baxter and Bella is a great online training program. We came across them when we were trying to work with our 14-year-old Goldendoodle on just kind of door greetings and things like that, and reached out to them. And we've just fell in love and given a lot of recommendations to our families that necessarily don't want one-on-one training yet, but they wanted to get ahead of puppy training. And so the program starts a week before you get your puppy, and it helps your family to, be on the same page of what commands to use, and so that everybody's using the same words, but also to understand the behaviorisms of puppies. So you might find families that are getting a puppy for the first time, so they don't have any experience. And so like biting and nipping and the energy and how that really progresses puppy development. And so it's a really neat program, but it's called Baxter and Bella. And we have a 20% off promo code, Doodles of NC, and it's a one-time fee, and it gets it down to like $170, $180. Does that sound right?
For a lifetime guarantee. It's
Yeah.
so affordable.
And what's neat about that is you can actually get on a Zoom call with a professional dog trainer and be able to really hone down on what's going on if the videos themselves aren't working for you. And it's just great. We still pull it up today, and Abigail likes to do training and things like that. And so you can just pull a video and it can really help out. What's a good shampoo for puppies? So we use
Target brand, Kindful.
Yep.
And then we also use Earth's Best.
Earthborn?
Earthborn, thank you.
Yeah. So this one is gentle shampoo for puppies, lavender, and it's Kindful. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, she can find that at Target. The Earthborn is a product that you can find on Amazon. You can also kind of find it at more of the pet boutique shops, but we like both of those.
Yeah.
My family is sadly expecting our 17-year-old Chinese crested to pass in the near future. We think she might like a companion for a while and have been following y'all for a long time. If we wanted to get on the wait list for a mini, how long would that list be?
So our current minis list is going into the fall and towards the end of the year. That is
Yeah.
our expected next availability.
So typically it takes about, 6 to 8 months in advance if you'd really like to be on the top of the list. But typically it takes about 6 months from the time that you put your deposit in, that you get invited into our closed Facebook group. And so you get kind of even more, you get weekly updates on every single litter that we're working with and answering questions. But then what's really fun is that you get to see all of the prior puppies and family doing updates and people asking questions about behaviorisms and dog food and best practices. And so it's just a
Or just happy birthday.
or just a picture of saying happy birthday. But it's a really special group, and we feel like it provides so much resources and value, but you get to kind of be a part of that as we wait for your puppy to be born. I think
Fish
we
is
did
still
it.
going.
I think we answered everybody's questions. So, hey, so glad to have you guys on here. These guys, it's now been 61 minutes. These guys are still going.
I know.
Yeah, but
Abigail, you
we'll
wanna
go
grab
ahead
one
and
of those
get them
dog beds?
fed. We'll get them some
You get one of the dog
water,
beds?
and then we're gonna say goodnight to them and then mop the floor
Come here,
so
puppies.
you guys can see them kind of get settled down for the night. Oh, thanks for bringing the dog bed back, Abigail. So I'll see if I can get a good little spot and you guys can see how they get settled in.
Don't be too close to them, babe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10. And then there's 10 there.
Thank you.
Just chilling. So we put this one in there?
All right, what other toys do we want to pick in there? These. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. No. Oh, yeah, that can. Sorry, I thought you got the fish. I was like, no, don't do the fish.
So the bed brand that we use is Orbis. And it's great because you can take all the stuffing out. It's a liner inside it. You can take all the liners out and then you can just wash it. And it's been very, very durable.
Yeah, I have the third one in the other section. I just washed it. I'm waiting for it to dry.
It's fun to see them all kind of just like start to pile. Once they settle, it's fun to watch them all just kind of pile in the dog bed. Yeah.
They're crudes. That's fun.
The sleep pile.
Yep, sleep pile.
I know, it's like a little tease though. I'm like staring at them as they get settled in. Well, guys, we hope you guys all enjoyed the live stream. Thanks so much for being on here with us. We're going to go ahead and clean up, mop, and say goodnight to the puppies. But I hope you guys have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.
Bye.